In this video we share Medjugorje visionary Maria's interview after her latest message. The director of the Italian Radio Maria, Father Livio Fanzaga, spoke with the seer Marija Pavlović Lunetti about the last message she received from Our Lady for Humanity on September 25. In that conversation, they specifically referred to Our Lady's eyes, which the seer Maria, as she says, has had the opportunity to look at for more than 40 years. And she pointed out that the last message in the midst of global chaos still calls for personal conversion and encounter with the Lord, for prayer and fasting, which, according to Our Lady, can stop wars. When you saw Our Lady tonight, you noticed her eyes. Would you like to describe them? What feelings do you get? Tell me about Our Lady's eyes. Paradise. We long for heaven every time the apparition ends, we feel heaven. Our Lady conveys this desire for heaven to you, her eyes, her face. Do you know why I'm asking you that? Because today I listened to the interview I did with Yakov when he was a boy here on Radio Maria. Well, for 10 minutes he described the eyes of Our Lady. I was surprised by his description and I said to myself, I will ask Mary the same thing tonight. Don't tell me they are indescribable, tell me something more. They are sweet, they are beautiful, they are deep. Do you remember that during an interview many years ago, I think he was 11, Yakov was asked, how do you feel when Our Lady looks at you? He replied, I feel naked, because of such a deep look that I remain as naked before her. It is bare in our heart, because Our Lady seems to read it, but above all her eyes love us, and that cannot be described. Her eyes exude the joy of heaven, sweetness and tenderness, so that when she looks at you, you cannot remain indifferent. Many times I wondered if I would eventually get used to seeing her as she appeared to me every day. No. Many times I would like to cry with joy because her eyes are so dear to me. Deep in my heart, I would like to leave everything here on earth and go to heaven, not for 3 seconds, 5 minutes, but much, much longer. I would like to do like Martha and Mary, where one dealt with material affairs, and the other with spiritual things that she learned from her Lord. Is her gaze stern at times? Her gaze is deep, beautiful, and at the same time she can be strict at times, because there are moments when Our Lady has that seriousness. When he talks about Satan, what kind of view does he have? She usually has a very strict look, very firm, even sad, we can say, but at the same time, she is the one who tells us, God is hope, God is love. I believe she has passed on her joyful nature to us all these years. When people are worried about coming secrets, coming wars, I tell them, heaven is coming, not wars, because she told us that through prayer and fasting, even wars can be removed. She calls us to prayer and fasting, and thus also to believe in God that everything is possible. About the last message she received for humanity, Maria also said, look at the world at this critical moment, wars, not only those that are ongoing, but also those that are being prepared with powerful weaponry. And then listen to what Our Lady says, forgive those who harm you and follow the path of holiness. Certainly, she gives us many, many joys. I remember that during communism we were so often harassed and threatened to be put in prison or in a mental institution. It was a dark moment for us children, similar to the one we are living today. But despite that, Our Lady brings us hope. She brings us to her Son Jesus, the way, the truth and the life. She leads us to a new life. Each of us is called to be a missionary. It's the same for me as Mary, as a mother, as a wife. In my humble way I am called to the path of conversion. How many souls do we see desperate, sick, hopeless? Too many times when people approached me as seers, I couldn't give anything, while as a Christian I can give prayer, comfort, warmth and love. A new world opens up, only if we start thinking about our Christian vocation to which Our Lady calls us, the seer Maria testifies. Thank you for supporting my channel. May God bless you and keep you. Our Lady, Queen of Peace, pray for us.